The recommendation is the one part of your Darden application you will not fill out. In our application process, only one recommendation is required. Here are a few things to keep in mind when choosing a recommender. A recommendations process consists of a ratings grid and 3 basic questions. Interestingly, it does not require the recommender to write a letter. The question prompts are as follows. How do you know the applicant? How does the applicant compare to their peers? And what is one piece of critical feedback you have shared with the applicant? When selecting a recommender, be sure to choose someone who knows you well and ask them if they can write you a good recommendation. And be sure to share a copy of your resume with your recommender. This will help them recall the work you have done together while offering additional context regarding your academic and professional path. We prefer to hear from your current supervisor, but there are exceptions to this advice. Supervisors are best positioned to respond to the recommendation prompts, as they have typically shared critical feedback and they have a sense of how you compare to others in the organization. In addition, because our Executive MBA and part-time MBA programs are working professional programs, we also want to know you are talking with people at work about your interest in pursuing an MBA. Of course, if your supervisor does not know you well, choosing another recommender makes sense. If you choose someone other than your current supervisor as your recommender, use the additional comments section of your application to explain your recommender choice. Lastly, stay in touch with your recommender. Our recommendation process is completely electronic, and once you enter your recommender's information in your application, they will receive an email with a link to our recommendation materials. Make sure your recommender receives this email. Once your recommender submits their recommendation, you will receive an email notifying you of its submission, and the red X on your application status page will update to a green check mark.